Hey Rad World, welcome back to another episode of Review. Logan, starring Hugh Jackman and Sir Patrick Stewart, and directed by James Mangold, who also directed the last Wolverine movie, The Wolverine, which I was a fan of, but was really disappointed in the way that movie ended, I guess. But overall, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it for the most part. Let me start out by saying that this movie is unlike any superhero movie that we've ever seen on screen. This is a dark, gritty Western that has superheroes in it. And it's something that has definitely changed the game as far as superhero movies go. If you're anything like me, then you're probably thinking that this superhero bubble is about to pop any day now. We've been riding this train for quite some time, and it's been good and it's been bad, but it is getting a little old, I feel like, at this point. But this movie breaks the mold. It takes what we think we know what a superhero movie is and turns it on its end. It takes these characters and places them into what is a very dark, very gritty, R-rated Western road trip film. So this is our very first rated R Wolverine film. It's something that we've wanted for a long time. They kind of pushed the limits in the last Wolverine movie, but they still kept it theatrical PG-13. They had like an Unleashed edition that had a lot more blood in it, but it still wasn't R-rated. This is our first R-rated Wolverine movie, and boy, do they push the limits of their R rating. Everything that you expect to see in an R-rated film, you see in this movie. It is dark, it is gritty, it is gory, it is language heavy. This is not a movie for children. This is an adult superhero film, and it is absolutely fantastic. I'm a huge fan of Westerns. I love all the decisions they made to keep this movie dark and dreary, but give it little blips of hope throughout it. There are laughs, but they are scarce. There's just enough to lighten the mood, but overall the tone of this film is it's a dark, gritty Western that I could not get enough of. This movie takes place in the future in the X-Men franchise, where it's a dark future and there's only a few mutants that remain, and Wolverine and Professor X are a part of that. They're not really heroes anymore. They're just doing what they have to do to survive, and it's a little sad. It's a little dark. It's a little dreary, and then they're pretty much forced into a task of transporting a small child across the country, and it becomes a road trip film. The performances alone by Hugh Jackman and Sir Patrick Stewart are the best performances that they have ever given for these characters. Hugh Jackman is amazing as Wolverine, and Sir Patrick Stewart brings more depth to Professor X than I think that he's ever given to the character. And for a send-off movie for both of these actors, this is definitely the way you send these two characters off. Let me start off by saying I was disappointed in the casting of X-23 for the film. I thought that maybe they should have casted her a little bit older, because I was really hoping to really get that character on screen that we know from the comic books. But now after seeing the film, I take all that back. I absolutely love the casting of Daphne Keane. She is phenomenal as Laura, aka X-23. She brings so much to the character and so much to the story. I wouldn't have wanted to see it any other way. The thing that I love the most about this movie is that it is a story about characters. It is character building. It is in-depth looks at two of our favorite characters from the X-Men franchise, as well as this little girl, Laura, and how she fits into this whole story. And for the majority of the film, that's what this is. It's just these three characters together on a road trip, growing as characters, and we get to witness this and experience it alongside them. If you're a fan of the character and you're a fan of Hugh Jackman, you're going to love the movie. This is a perfect send-off for his character and for Professor X, because Sir Patrick Stewart said that this was going to be his last performance as Professor X as well. So for these two actors, this is a wonderful send-off for these two characters. And even though I do think that we're going to get one last Wolverine performance, I think we're going to get a cameo in Deadpool 2. I hope. I mean, I want to see these two actors on screen together. I really, really do. So we can cross our fingers for that, but this is supposed to be Hugh Jackman's send-off, and it is a wonderful send-off. I absolutely enjoyed the movie. Logan gets a 10 out of 10. This is a perfect film. It is my favorite in the X-Men franchise, and it is a perfect send-off for Hugh Jackman and Sir Patrick Stewart. I've been watching these films since I started. I've been an X-Men fan since, I was old enough to pick up a comic book. I'm sad to see them go, but if you're gonna go, this is definitely the way to do it. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. It helps out a lot. Subscribe is down there too, if you haven't done that already, and watch our video over here. And we'll see you guys next week on Rad Entertainment.